What if I told you there's a few $1,000,000 around you that could be yours, but you got to go find it? Yes, a few $1,000,000 that could be yours, but you got to go find it. And no, this is not an infomercial. I got nothing to sell you. So let's talk about this. Pat, you really mean I could have a few $1,000,000? Yes. What do you mean by that? Let me explain it to you. Years ago, I'm working at Valuetainment Fitness in Chatsworth. I'm the manager. And one day, we're not hitting our numbers. Our guys are not hitting the numbers. And I'm getting to a point where I'm realizing these guys are negative, but I got to get them to snap out of it. I said, guys, come here. What's going on? Well, we can't sell. No one wants to buy a membership. No one wants to come to this club. This club's never sold any membership. I'm like, guys, I do not want to hear it, but we're going to do an exercise. I said, what's that? Take a walk with me in the club. So we go around. I said, I want you to count how many members are working out right now. They said, you want me to count how many members are working out? I said, yes, let's go count. So we walk. Clicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We had around 100 people that were working out at the gym. We had a second story, a pool, weights, cardio, aerobics. We had around 100 people at the gym right now. I said, let me ask you, out of these 100 people here, how many of them know you by your first name? She does, he does, maybe 5 people. I said, how come the other 95 don't know you? I said, you ever talk to the other 95? I said, no. I said, what if I told you if we were to go to talk to these 100 people, how many of them would be willing to entertain a short conversation with us? Let's say a third of them. That's what? 33 of them. Yes. Okay, what's your point? How many of those 33 that are willing to talk to us know someone that could come in today to buy a membership today if we treated them well? Come on, Pat. What do you mean? Come on, Pat. How many of those 33 would buy a membership today? Come on, Pat. People don't want to be bothered. I said, okay, you don't think so? Let me go do it. Just watch me. And I started going and talk. Can I spot you? Do you need any help with this? Have you looked at this? Have you ever thought about doing triceps? I'm going to tell you what I learned the other day from a bodybuilder. Can I give you something? Is there anything? You need a towel? How long have you been working out here? All of a sudden, I started talking to a few people. I clicked with 1, I clicked with 2, I clicked with 3. 3 people that day came and bought a membership from me on Friday night. 3 came to buy membership in Friday night. So my guys are sitting right there. They're like, Pat, who are these guys? I didn't have these guys on the books. They're showing up now. Why? Because I went and used my existing block of business, which is 100 active members that are working out today who love our gym. They love our equipment. They have committed to come and you work out, sweat, shower, everything. They're committed to this gym. Why are we not talking to the committed people in our lives? So I went and talked to a few of them. I somehow made $300 because back then you made around $100 per membership you sold. I said, you can't do that? Well, I know I can do that. Next thing you know, we became the #1 gym and we were outselling everybody. We hit our numbers by 115%. What does this have to do with you? Everything. Here's why. I want you to think about how many contacts you have. How many contacts do you have? Total on your phone. How many total phone numbers do you have on your phone? Okay. How many friends do you have on your Facebook? So phone, write down a number. You could say 289. Great. 928, whatever the numbers this year. Phenomenal. How many Instagram friends do you have? I have 926. Great. I have 19,000. I have 600, whatever. How many Facebook? 498. Write all of them down, okay? What do you do for a living? You do real estate? You do loans? You do insurance? You do finances? What do you do? Digital marketing? What is it you do? How many of all of those contacts know what you do? First question. You know what the number typically is? 5 to 10%. Most of your peers have no clue what you do because you haven't told them yet. Okay, Pat, so what do you mean by that? Do I sell all these people? They're not people that would want to buy my product. I never said you go sell them. I say you go talk to them and you ask how you can help them. Then you ask them the following question. This is the magical question that can make you a lot of money and introduce you to anybody you want. This one magical question. You ready? Who do you know that ... How do you unpack that question? Anything. Who do you know that is single with no kids under the age of 25, who is somebody that's a family person, church going, that's willing to date somebody today? Nobody. Great. But if I send it to 100 people, one of my friends and family may say, I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. Who do you know that is single, not married, no kids, college degree, he's got a good career, he's hardworking, he's from a good family? Who do you know? And people say, I know 6 people to introduce you to. Here's another question. Who do you know that's currently living in a house that's got a $500,000 loan, that's professional, that's got a good career going, but they would like to refinance their house and want to save some money. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And then add whatever you want to add next to it, right? Okay. I started my market, everything I've done, insurance, stocks, as a stockbroker, as a business owner, as a content creator, wanting to find interviews at the beginning when we had 150 subscribers and nobody wanted to talk to us. We had 150 subscribers. Everything was, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And at the beginning, rejection rate is high. However, eventually when you ask enough who do you knows, enough people say, I know someone for you. I know someone for you. I know someone for you. So remember how I told you earlier you're sitting on a few $1,000,000 that could be your money? Well, Pat, what if I'm not in sales? What do you mean, what if you're not in sales? Yeah, what if I'm not in sales? Okay, no problem. What if I told you, you know somebody around you right now that's starting a business that could potentially have somebody like you help them, work with them, earn respect, get some equity, and you can potentially be part of a startup phase. When the company has an exit or goes public, they may have $1.2 million of equity money that could be yours. Who do you know? This is not about selling. This is not just about selling. This is clientele. This is a significant other. This is to be part of a startup company. This is to be part of a company that's running on. What if you said, who do you know? Who's the hungriest person you know that you would follow? Hey, Mom, who's the hungriest person you know that you would work for? Who asks questions like that? Well, you. Who's the hungriest person you know, the most ambitious person you know that you trust, that you'd be willing to have someone like me, a friend, to go work for? Oh, if you can work with Johnny, whoever it is, you're going places. Can I get the name? What if you send that message to 500 people? What if you send a message to 500 people? Only 50 people respond. Half of them say no, and the other 25 give you 25 names. You got 25 names now to reach out to. High references. What if you contacted those people? I asked my uncle who he felt was the most ambitious person he knew, who was going places, who he would trust for somebody like me to work for, who that person would be. I said, I want to work for somebody like that. He said, you. What do I need to do to get an interview with you? You send that to 25 of those guys. Half of them say, I'm not hiring right now. The other half say they're willing to meet with you for an interview. Maybe you go sit with their assistant or their office manager that interviews you. You impress them. Then you go sit with them. Then you get 2 offers. Now you work with one of them. Now they grow the company. You become a voice. You get a piece of equity. You get a $1.25 million check 7 years from now. You know when that happens? All the time. You know why? Because somebody at one point knew how to ask what question? Who do you know? So we have a couple exercises today with you. Number 1, take out your phone book and make a list of how many of those numbers know exactly what you do. Number 2, pull out your Instagram and go through all your real people that follow you because you have a relationship with them, not because you're trying to slide, into someone's DM. You actually have a relationship with them. Make that list. Number 3, who do you have on your Facebook list? That's people that you know you have a relationship with. How many of them know what question you need to ask them? Go ask them and see what happens. You will be surprised by the kind of results you can get from this if you do it. And by the way, there's no limit on how many texts you could send out. You can send 500 text messages and see what kind of response you get. Expect to be having your rejection rate be very high. But if you go with the big numbers, expect to be surprised with the kind of customers and opportunities that could come your way. And by the way, if you want to know the formula on how to make $1 million your income, the formula on how to make $1 million your income, I did a video on that a couple years ago. If you've never watched it, click over here to watch that. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.